What more can you do to bring your immune system back up after taking prednisone and other immunosuppressants? Really important question when we're worried about infectious diseases. Prednisone is a miraculous medication. It saved my life and so many other people. But one of the ways it's doing that is by suppressing the immune system. Taking prednisone stops your body from having certain immune cells in your body, such as eosinophils, totally gone. And neutrophils go way high because your body's releasing these little white blood cells way too early and they're just not very good at their job. In addition, prednisone's turning off certain signals from being sent and turning on other signals. The whole effect is pushing down of your immune system. It makes sense because often prednisone is being used to counteract autoimmune diseases where your own immune system is attacking yourself, some part of yourself. And so that's why my doctor prescribed it. My body was attacking a part of my blood called my platelets, killing it off. And the prednisone suppressed my immune system, so I stopped killing myself, right? That's why we prescribe it. That's why the doctors give it. But that means you're at higher risk for infectious diseases. For example, a large study showed an increased risk for pneumonia, sepsis, and herpes zoster virus reactivation. So that's usually, people refer to that as shingles. And so those are all increased risk when you're taking prednisone. And so then what about when you're off prednisone? How long is it going to take for your immune system to recover? So some of those blood cell types I told you are completely killed off. And it takes your body anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months to rebuild those cell lines in your bone marrow or wherever they are being created. And some of those chemical messengers I mentioned, it takes a while for your body to start building them again properly. So somewhere between 3 weeks and 3 months is when your immune system is functioning back on its own again. So the question is, what can you do to support your immune system while you're in that recovery phase? Great question. What can you actually do to rebuild it? Let's go back to the basics. Some of the most important things for your immune system include vitamin D. And the best way to get vitamin D is through sunlight. So getting fresh air and sunlight is one of the most impactful things for your immune system. That sunlight helps your skin turn the vitamin D into the active form that you can actually use to support your immune system. The fresh air helps reduce the toxins that are indoors. And I have an awesome app I like to use to see how much vitamin D I can get at a certain time of day and time of year called D-Minder. It asks for your location and then can tell you what time you can get vitamin D and how much you can get if you expose one arm, one leg, or your entire body to the sun. Second, movement and exercise. This helps when your muscles are contracting, that helps move the lymph, which is part of your immune system. Like some of the fluid of your immune system is able to move when your muscles move. And that helps the immune cells to get where they need to go. Even light activity like walking helps your body to detoxify and defend itself. And then 3, the most important but possibly most difficult to get when you've taken prednisone is sleep. Sleep issues like insomnia are the number one tweeted side effects of prednisone because it just messes with your circadian rhythm. But if there's anything you can do to improve your sleep hygiene, such as going to bed the same time every night, only using your bedroom for sleep and sex and nothing else, turning off electrical devices like TVs, laptops, iPads, and phones at least 2 hours before bedtime really helps your brain to calm down, to minimize blue light, and improve your ability to get restful sleep. And then finally, your diet actually makes a really big difference on your immune system. Did you know that sugar competes with vitamin C? Your body is less able to use the vitamin C you have when you have a lot of sugar in your diet. Yikes. In addition, prednisone is making you have more sugar in your blood, higher blood glucose from the prednisone itself. And so your vitamin C that you actually have, that prednisone hasn't made you pee out, is having an even harder time being used properly because the prednisone is causing high blood sugar. So minimizing things that will worsen blood sugar is a great idea. Eating a diet with minimal added sugars, minimal processed foods, and some people even go to the complete extreme of going keto. You probably don't need to do that, but just minimizing added sugars in your diet is a really good baseline thing you can do to improve your immune system. And then prednisone is depleting other nutrients. I've already mentioned vitamin C, but also the vitamin D. Prednisone is actually depleting your body's stores of vitamin C and impairing your ability to make it. And so you'll definitely want to be replenishing vitamin D so that your body can also replenish another thing that's majorly depleted, which is calcium. The loss of calcium leads to an increased risk for bone loss, fragility of the bones that can lead to osteoporosis and actually breaking of the bones, fractures, and a loss of height. So you want to replenish calcium as well to keep the vitamin D in the right balance so you have enough for its job with your immune system. Then prednisone is actually stealing zinc from your body, making you waste it, pee it out. And so you need to be replenishing zinc as well so that your immune system has these building blocks to combat the infections that may come your way. You need that vitamin C and zinc, calcium, and magnesium as well. This is also important for your immune system, and prednisone is stealing it. So you need to find a way to eat foods that are rich in these nutrients, or more likely, you probably need to supplement. In fact, the doctors who prescribe prednisone the most suggest that people who take prednisone supplement calcium and vitamin D because of how much the doctors are worried about prednisone causing osteoporosis. So if you have a good source of all of those, that's great. But another nutrient that prednisone is depleting is chromium. Chromium is really important for keeping the blood sugars low so that vitamin C has a chance to do its job. But prednisone is making you pee out the chromium, and you normally only need a tiny little bit of it. But they did a study showing that when chromium picolinate, a special kind of chromium, was given, it was able to reverse the high blood sugar and even diabetes caused by prednisone. So you're going to need something that has chromium picolinate and in the right dose that those studies showed. And you can, find a multivitamin and some other ingredients, add them all together and try to compile the right doses of everything you need. And you're going to be taking tons of capsules per day, lots of fillers in there. Or you can simply use Nutrinize Zone. It includes all the nutrients that prednisone's depleted in the exact dose that you need them to help you recover from taking prednisone and support your immune system. It's got vitamin C, zinc, magnesium, potassium, vitamin D, calcium, and on, and especially that chromium picolinate to keep your blood sugars balanced to support your immune system. You just get Nutrinize Zone at Nutrinize.com, and you get 2 in the morning and 2 at bedtime as your full month supply. So it's all you need. You won't have to take any other supplement. This will be all you'll need to support your immune system while taking prednisone. So just go to Nutrinize.com or Amazon.com to get Nutrinize Zone today. Signing off is Dr. Megan, your prednisone pharmacist and inventor of Nutrinize Zone.